So, due to things that were entirely my fault, but also 100% outside of my control, I've had to replay the entire game again because we lost some footage. So, we're back now. Everything's the same, except for everything that's different, because as you'll notice, yeah, just didn't run into some stuff again, so that's inconvenient. However, we've places to go, such as the circus, but first we're going to the silversmith's house, because we're here. Pick the lock to get in here, don't worry. We can also go arrest those dudes, because this time I knew to not kill the dudes, so now we can arrest the dudes instead of killing the dudes. But first, right, let's loot this here spittoon. A spittoon, at least. It looks like a spittoon, but it's next to a bed. It might actually be a bedpan. Investigate it. What, really? I mean, if it's just a spittoon, that's bad enough. But it might be a bedpan. And that would be way worse. Investigate it. I feel like maybe you aren't getting what I'm saying. We're talking about an object that someone probably uses when they wake up in the middle of the night and can't be bothered to walk to the outhouse. And the best you can hope for is that maybe they only use it to spit nighttime tobacco juice into, in which case it's only full of rancid, congealing tobacco spit. I'm investigating it. Are you even listening to me, or are you just sort of skimming past the text? Bedpan. Look, I'm pretty sure there's treasure in there, and you aren't stopping me. Bedpan. Shut up, I'm investigating it. Okay, fine. Have it your own way. Your own filthy, disgusting way. It turns out to probably not be a bedpan, but it is definitely a spittoon, and it is definitely filled with rotting brown spit. Fish around in it. What is wrong with you? Bite me. Okay, God, okay. You plunge your hand in up to the wrist. It makes a gloop noise and breaks the thick skin of congealing toxins that was previously keeping the dire smell in relative check. Now you are choking in a miasma of oily, bitter chaw stink. You know that feeling you get when you're about to puke? How you get that taste way back in the rear corners of your mouth? That metallic tang by the root of your tongue like you're sucking on a corroded old penny? Just tell me what I found already. You found a filthy, slime-covered old brooch. Are you happy? I bet you're gonna put it on without even washing it first. Maybe I will. So there. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. What does it do? 2 to everything? Dog, way better than that. There's loot in those there spittoons. Gary, what do you think? Hello, nobody home? Nope, and from all that dust, it looks like they've been gone a while. Nice, so things for us being. Whatever isn't nailed down, I figured. I don't know Safe Kraken 3, so it's not to be. There's a note on the safe reading, I forgot the darned combination of this confounded thing. If you can open it, you're welcome to what's in it. Looks like a tricky one. We'll be back at a later date. Shelf looks pretty picked over. Instant grits, plum pudding, sick. The bookshelf contains like 90 copies of Johnny Tremaine. There's something weird about it though. It's too neatly organized. I don't know why English was so hard for me suddenly. Look like maybe the guy was hiding something. Search for secrets. Tucked behind one of the old books, you find a small envelope filled with receipts. About half of them are from a shop called the Silver Platter. He was crooked. The silversmith was selling cheap fakes. Oh, well, he's gone now, and so are most of his customers. No sense in stirring up trouble at this point. You write down the location of the shop. Might come in handy. The Silver Platter. Let's hit the roads. Where's the Silver Platter? Here it is. Let's go. It's right next to the circus. How convenient, because we gotta go there. Property of All Dead Library. Mine now. Modern snake oiler. Be right with you. It's actually the Silver Plater. But part of it's fallen off. That's the joke. Let's do it first, though, right? Increase your speed. Absolutely. You practice the techniques described in the article until you're moving so quickly that you can't even see yourself. You notice that you also can't see the magazine. You must have dropped it somewhere while you were moving so fast. Tonic would be proud. Hello, sir. Howdy! What can I do for you? Well, do you have a menu? A menu? What are you talking about? Isn't this a walk-up style restaurant? What? No, I'm a silver plater. I plate things with silver, you know. Oh, I thought your sign was... Never mind. The man grins, revealing a full set of silver-plated teeth. Yeah, so you need something plated? What are my options? He looks you up and down. I could plate that hat you're wearing. People with silver hats get more done, they say. I will love more action points. Please do plate my hat. You hand him your hat after time is shiny and gleaming. What else can you plate? What are my options? Your melee weapon? I don't melee, that's fine. I could plate your pistol. It'll do more damage. This pistol kind of sucks, because I didn't find a better pistol in the meantime, so we'll pass on that one. Plate the turnip, because I didn't eat the turnip. Sounds like an interesting challenge. Say, that's fine-looking tongue you got there. I could plate that for you, sure. My actual tongue, the one in my head? Yep. Well, I would like a silver tongue, but we are at 25 meat short. So I'm gonna go down to this old, it's around here somewhere. Here we go, we're gonna go down to Button Willow's store real quick. Jump in and find what we find. Burial whiskey. Great. Awesome. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna walk ourselves into this here store. And we're gonna sell something. Not the oil, we need that. Not the crowbar, we need that. Deputy pistol, get it out of here. Not interested. Let's go get this here tongue plated. Which sounds like it's gonna be horrifically painful. But it's probably gonna give us more moxie. Skeleton trudging towards you, covered with mud and muck, smelling like garbage juice. It must have crawled out of some horrible bog nearby, and if the skeleton smells this bag, the bog must be unimaginable. So it makes sense that even a skeleton would want to get away from there. Let's fight it. Damn. He does look rather tragic. Why can... You can't fan a hammer that doesn't exist. Do I not have a fucking pistol equipped right now? Apparently not. Alright, that's inconvenient. I must have unequipped the pistol. That's okay. Gary's a fucking wild animal. No pistol. Yep. Alright. That was the only pistol I had. Smart. Smart. I figured it wouldn't show me an item I had equipped that I could sell, but that was horrifically foolish of me. We will rectify this situation when I have a new tongue. Maybe something else. How about this other stuff? Plate my tongue. Well, anything for a weird life. Go ahead and silver plate my tongue. Why not? Open as wide as you possibly can. The process is extremely painful. Your tongue is actually silver. Well, silver-plated, but you'll be able to convince people it's really silver. Immediately afterward, you ask him for a complete refund, and he gives it to you. It works! I will be back when I have an exuberant amount of money to get this turnip plated. In the meantime, I need to go get a fucking gun. We might be able to get a gun when we arrest the Desert House gang, so let's go do that. Proper burial. Great. Should have probably shook him down for a pistol, but whatever. Alright, Sneaky, my middle name. Let's go. Because previously, we just picked a fight. Weigh your options. Give the dog a bone. With a knick-knack paddywhack, you achieve your aim. The dog begins contentedly gnawing the human femur. Now, we also needed oil, because this gate's extremely squeaky. Yes, I learned this ahead of time. The hinges on this gate are really rusty. If you open it, the guys inside are definitely going to hear it. God forbid we climb over it or something. Oil the hinges. You use the last of the oil in the can on the rusty hinges. The gate swings open easily and silently. You creep up to the door. You hear the gang inside. You notice that the door jamb is busted, probably from being kicked in. There's a crude hasp made of bent-in metal on the door. Looks like the bandits have just been locking it with a padlock from the outside when they leave. Lock them in. You quietly lock the door from the outside. You definitely got the upper hand. What's your next move? Back off for a bit. I'll arrest him. Okay, fellas, the jig is up. A muffled voice says, "The law! Get 'em, boys!" And then, "Tarnation, we're locked in." You hear a chorus at the defeated side. "Hand over your weapons!" "Toss your weapons out and I won't arrest you." You hear a quiet but heated discussion inside. Eventually a voice says, "Alright," and some pistols fall out of the window. How convenient. Nice. Just kidding, I'm still gonna arrest you. The voice says, aw, dang it. You round up the Hornswoggled. That's the house in the desert gang? Alright, all except for the house, that is. Did it get away? What, was I supposed to? Ha, nah, I'm just messing with you. Here's the reward. Got an achievement. Wanted. Alive. Great job, team. Now let's equip a pistol. This one gives Moxie. Nice. This is a fancy 6-gun. You might even go so far as to rate it a 7-gun. Nice. Now we can fan the hammer again. I feel like you should be able to fan the hammer with the hand pistol, because, you know, you got a thumb. That's a handle. That's a hammer with which to fan. So, let's go to the circus, boys. Assuming we don't get interrupted on the way, like that. But we're gonna keep going where we are, because the rescue mission doesn't matter right now. What does matter is the circus. Well, this is a little weird. You didn't expect to find a circus all the way out here. There's basically nobody around for miles. There's a rodeo clown man in the ticket booth. Well, there hasn't actually been a rodeo since the cows came home, so I guess he's just a clown. Ugh, clowns. You are not liking painted mans? They're so creepy. When I was little, my uncle would give me nightmares with old stories about them. Yes, yes, old stories. Goblins are telling old stories, too. Evil painted mans and evil fire cows, far, far below, always to fighting, many wars. Yeah, that's right. Supposedly, rodeo clowns dress up like that because the first rodeos were reenactments of those battles and it became a traditional thing. These mans just regular mans being painted mans from up here. Yeah, I know, still creeps me out, though. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to do is deal with a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. I understand. Talk to him. Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir. How can I help you? I'd like to run away with the circus, please. Aren't you a little old for that? Sorry, we aren't hiring. Darn. I'd like to see the circus, please. Well, you came to the right place then, but if you want to go inside, you'll need a ticket. Presumably you can sell me one. Well, certainly I can. That's my job after all. For you, sir, a ticket will cost 5,000 meat. Say what? Does it seem a bit high? I promise you, sir, this price, it's real steal. Well, you've got that right. Why is it so expensive? I could get a whole plated turnip for this. Well, now, this is no podunk little traveling circus. We've got rides, games, food, and an amazing demonstration of knife-throwing skills by none other than Barnaby Bob himself. Tell me more about the rides. Well, I suppose I should say ride, but we haven't had a single grisly merry-go-round accident since we stopped turning it on. Tell me about the games. Oh, we got tons of them. Does 3 count as tons? 3 is more like some. We've got some of them. Tell me about the food. Well, we got your favorites. Popcorn, sarsaparilla with the fancy new bottle caps, and this. Did you hear about that thing a new fella invented? Cotton candy? Yeah, I think I might have. Well, it's still patented, but we're pretty sure we've figured out how it works. Mostly. More or less. Tell me more about Barnaby Bob. Oh, the boss is a real master at knives, let me tell you. He does this amazing stunt where he gets a volunteer from the audience to come up on stage and throws knives at him. He never misses his target. Did you leave out the part where he puts an apple on their head or something? Oh, what? Oh, right, sure. You aren't doing a very good job of selling me on this. Whatever do you mean? Attempt to hornswoggle the clown. Look, I'll drop the act. You don't know who I am, do you? Should I? Paco Earp, Bureau of Traveling Entertainment Inspections. Bureau of... That's not a thing. Is that a thing? It's a thing. Very serious thing, and your ticket prices won't be an encouraging note in my report. Whoa, hold on, Chief, I was just joshing you, come on, you know how clowns do? Whoa, so what's the actual fee? 500, mate. Hornswoggling 4? I'll be back. Can we get to Hornswoggling 4? No, we need way more XP for Hornswoggling 4. Like to see the circus. Sell me one. I haven't got a lot of choice. Alright, after all that arm twisting, I haven't got a lot of choice. I don't even have the option anymore anyway, it's fine. Let me just stamp your hand for re-entry. There you go, enjoy the show. What about my partner? Partners get in free. Thanks. Gary, did you hear that? Free. Let's go. You stroll into the circus, actually I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs, and find it almost entirely deserted. There aren't more than a dozen other patrons beside yourself. There are a bunch of clowns around working at the booths and so on, more clowns than customers, which is a little unsettling, but at least the lines won't be very long. Got it. The merry-go-round has a dirty canvas tarp over it. Sign reads condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult a doctor. Gary, what are your thoughts? Looking at all of this, such amazing. I guess it's a little intense if you're mostly used to the desert. Want a balloon? Yes. What is it? Yes. Main stage. The muscly clown doesn't seem to want to let you go in there. This extremely muscular clown seems to be guarding the entrance to some sort of stage. Stage show ain't till later. When? Later. Yeah, but when exactly? Later. Okay, jeez. What's up, sir? Well, now, fella, I like to think I know a customer with a sharp eye and a quick hand when I see one. How'd you like to test your skills against a game of dexterity? What's the game? Well, on the wall behind me, I got a bunch of thick-skinned, under-inflated balloons. For 10 meat, I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition. Your goal is to pop as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest-sounding description. I've discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined to be the one who beats it. What's the prize? A ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend. I'll give it a shot. Cannot shoot like Jaguar. We'll settle for wind for now. You take careful aim and pop Ralph rounds and balloons, for as long as you can hold the gun together. Hey, not bad at all. Not enough balloons for our grand prize, but it's worth a little something. This little toy kitten isn't very well made, but at least it's nearly cute. Goes in your offhand. What do we got in our offhand right now? The porcelain cow. The kitten is way better, because I don't do any of these things. Plus, it's better just on, like, a raw, like, conceptual level. So we gotta get to 30 moxie. No problem. All we gotta do is do a little fidgeting around. Bam. Look at that. He's done it. Now we come back. I'll give it a shot. Shoot like a jaguar. I'm not sure exactly how a jaguar shoots, but presumably it's pretty good. You clear nearly the entire wall of balloons and the clown looks genuinely impressed. Well, I'll be. Looks like you win. Congratulations on the finest shooting I've seen in quite a time. You get an item. Admit one, Bart. Oh, alright. This show will be starting soon, so don't miss it. Thanks. Can I go in now? No, later. Alright. And then there's one for all 3 character builds. We will not be going and talking to all of them because, you know, you understand. You okay, kid? Did you lose your parents? I lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you, sir? No, but I'll keep an eye out. What does it look like? It's shiny steel, and it's on a little chain. Alright, I'll let you know if I find it. Forgot to re-equip our far superior strange head sack. Beautiful. Now, how much muscle? None. Don't even worry about it. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. When he sees you, he has your attention, he smiles and waggles the balloons at you enticingly. Howdy there, fella. You interested in toy balloon? How much are they? For you, just 30 meat. What colors do you have? Oh ho ho, well just take a look. Red. They're all red. How do you make them float like that? Why, there's nothing to it. Heck, they all float round here. Ho ho. Of course, I'll take one. Here you go. Alrighty then, here you go. It's red. Anything else I can do for you? What can you tell me about your circus? Really, it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. Ho ho. What would you like to know? What are your traveling plans? This place you've set up is kinda out of the way. What are your plans? Haven't decided yet. That's why we set down somewhere a bit more rural. Things keeps things relatively quiet while we scout around, get the lay of the land and all. Ho ho. Where'd you travel from? Was your previous stop interested? Oh, northwest-ish. It was a little hole in the ground, kind of a place. You wouldn't have heard of it. Ho ho. Why is everyone working here a clown? Oh, it's traditional. When the, rodeos stopped being put on, the rodeo clowns took other jobs at the circuses and carnivals. Over the years, it just became a normal thing for carnies to be clowns. It's a community, you might say. Ho ho. Who's this Barnaby Bob guy? Oh, the boss is a real famous showman. Though I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard of him round here, ho-ho. Got an eye like a hawk, and he's a real whiz with those knives of his. Don't miss his show, it's real high at the carnival. Okay, see you around, clown. Catch you later, like an alligator. And now we will crab walk our way out of here. To the other side of the circus. This clown is presumably selling tickets to the sideshow. Howdy, fella. Can I interest you in the wonders and mysterious delights of the sideshow? What all do you have in there? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks? Not just freaks. Gosh. How much does it cost? For you, 300 meat. And for everyone else, 300 meat. Okay, I'm in. You won't be disappointed. And in the event you are disappointed, no refunds. There you go. Enjoy. Nice. Let's go. The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceilings, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on in, take your time, have a good look around. Just remember, no touching. Look around. Pay no attention to the eyeball behind the velvet rope. We're gonna go and look at these mirrors first. This one looks to be one of those weird bent mirrors that makes you look all crazy, as if there wasn't enough crazy-looking stuff around here already. Your reflection in the mirror is short and squashed-looking, folded up like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in front of the mirror, seeing how the images change. It's kind of amusing. Can we do it again? Can do it again. The mirror makes you look really stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling, and your muscles ache a little sympathetically. You look in the mirror again and see your limbs stretched out like taffy, twisting around like the tentacles of an octopus. You can hear your joints creaking, and your muscles feel like they've gone through a wringer. Sore. That's very fucking rude. How much HP do we have? 15 max HP. Oh, that's not good. Quick on the draw. Yeah, speed. Nice. Alright. Third mirror. God, this mirror somehow shows what you look like with clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern light, it almost looks like it winks at you. Brr. You look in the mirror again, and the clown you is still there, staring. Very slowly, his mouth opens wide into a grin, revealing multiple rows of yellow teeth, pointed, shark-like teeth. Not wanting to keep looking, but unwilling to turn your back on it, you slowly sidle away until it's no longer visible, like so. And then you come back again. Swallowing hard, you approach the mirror again. It's empty. Not only is the clown you gone, you don't show a reflection at all. It's probably fine. Nothing to worry about. Based on his attitude, uniquely combining attentiveness and extreme boredom, you assume this clown's job is to keep an eye on the sideshow exhibits. Howdy, fella! Welcome to the sideshow. Thanks. What's to see in here? Well, down to the left we've got a collection of spooky, warped mirrors. Right here we have an exhibit of clown eggs and pickled punks. And further to our right is our freak show. Feel free to explore, and I'll be here if you got any questions. I have a question. What's with those mirrors? Ain't they a riot? That's what they call an optical illusion. As I understand it, has to do with the light reflects off of them. I'm 100% sure that what I saw can't be explained by the reflection of light. No telling what you might see if you look too long. Uh-huh. What you doing, clown? Still empty? What's with that about those, people? You mean the freaks? Ain't they a scream? The one with the giant eyeball head is my favorite. Nice, quiet fella. Uh-huh. If you have questions about the other two, feel free to ask them personally. I wouldn't want to be telling stories out of school. Since the eye guy can't talk, though, you can ask me about him if you want. Okay, what can you tell me about him? Not much, I'm afraid, to be honest. He joined us, about a year ago, maybe a little less. Where did he come from? No idea. Weird, ain't it? You'd think a fella like that, you'd have read about him in all the papers, right? Well, yeah. It sure is mysterious. How'd he get like that? Couldn't tell you. I mean, he got a fury at least. Heh, well, maybe he saw something no human fella should ever see. Okay, bye. Got another question, though. What can you tell me about these eggs? It's a traditional clown thing. There's a placard next to them to explain in details. Don't get too close, though, please. They're fragile. Okay. About those, things in jars. That's what we in the business call pickled punks. A menagerie of twisted and strange and twisted creatures such as you'd never seen before. The like. Before seeing the like. Captured and preserved and on display for your entertainment and edification. That's how the boss says it. Are they real? As real as they come, heh. You see several shelves full of white eggs, each painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says, Clown eggs. In the circus community, it is traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. Well, I'm in the face wrangling business, so that's unfortunate. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in the circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent and the ticket seller out front. Oh, sir. Hey, step back, please. No touch him. Sorry. Damn, he's too smart for me. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed and/or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. A 3-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of snake without a head or a tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to a huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face in an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spitting to face you and stretching its mouth wide open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Yeah! Got you pretty good there, buddy. What is that? It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. He takes a little push-button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. Should have seen your face. You jumped right out of your boots. Can I, take a little closer? You're leaning closer to inspect the gross thing. Despite what the clown said, it certainly looks real. Whoever made it did an excellent and disgusting job. Peeking surreptitiously under the shelf, you don't see any evidence of an electromagnet or other such device. Alright, this guy is a startling sight, even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not like he's gotten that much choice. Hello there. I'm Paco. How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. You move a little closer to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance, a guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice 2 things, though. First, he has an odd lump at the, what you would call the base of his skull, if he had one, a sort of crumpled, fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of the stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. So, the circus gig. How do you like it? His hands slowly curl into fists and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see! Understand. I mean, do you blink? Or wink? I guess. I guess not. Okay, well, see you around. What's up, my man? What's up, Pringles, man? Forgot to read the thing before I push the button. Come back to it. Hello there! Welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas. I am Paco. Delighted to meet you. So, well... Are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me? Yeah, you got me. Don't worry, Paco, I am in a sideshow after all. It is an obvious and natural question. Wait a minute. You said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with 2 front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head, with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you'd expect. What in the... Surprising, yes? A bit, yeah. How's that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up to the, now, back of his head, so his other face can take a puff. Are you, what's the phrase? Siamese twins? Not exactly. It's difficult to describe, I'm afraid. 2 minds in 1 body? With 2 faces, a sort of Voldemort arrangement? It would be closer to the truth to say 2 instances of the same mind. With, as you say, 2 faces. You're right, that doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. It took some getting used to, that much is certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way, if you don't mind. Okay, sorry. No apology necessary. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Why are you in a sideshow? With a regular suit and haircut, you could easily pass for normal. I have a contract. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't quite catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world, and you'll meet such interesting people. Talk to you later, Douglas. And... Douglas. So... This lady makes a weird noise when you get near her. Oh, wait. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Hello? Hello there! Enjoying the carnival? Well, it's... interesting. Yes, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Janet. And you? I'm Paco. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Paco. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see inside? Sure? Janet whistles to signal the clown and he moseys over. He unlocks the door on the front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellow near the top inflates, then begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? It's some kind of trick, right? You're folded up behind a mirror in there or something? No trick. The clown chuckles and walks around the back of the box. He opens a hatch and waves at you through it. Then he saunters back to his place by the shelves. It's horrifying. Like something out of a nightmare. Yes, that's an accurate description. I'm sorry, I hope I haven't insulted you. No offense taken. I've only seen it myself once in a mirror. It took quite a while to get used to the situation. Examine her workings. You watch the various liquids slosh in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird. Gross. But it is indeed educational. Nice. How did this happen? Were you in some kind of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course, sorry, it must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases in a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. Well, it was nice to meet you, Janet. So long. Good luck, Paco. That's pretty fucking gross, man. Alright. These clowns, they're such synchronized. Such synchronicity. Red Hots, calls the clown behind this food stand. Red Hots, footlongs, 2 kinds of mustard. There's also a small sign that says lost and found. Clown grins and gestures at the little charcoal grill behind him. Howdy, sir. Interested in a footlong sausage? How much are they? 250 meat with your choice of condiments. What are the condiments? I got onions, pickle relish, 3 kinds of mustard, and 2 kinds of ketchup. kinds of mustard? Blue, brown, yellow, and blue. Blue? Blue mustard? Ah, looks like I'm all out of the blue. Sorry. 2 kinds of ketchup? Yep, got ketchup and catsup. I'll take one. Thank you kindly, sir. Here you go. Help yourself to the condiments. A large pork sausage with your choice of condiments, except he was all out of the blue mustard. Disappointing. Thanks. What are they made of? What do you mean? They're pork. What else do you make a sausage out of? I was wondering if you had a vegetarian option. Mister, this is a carnival, not a herbivore. You've been saving that one up, haven't you? For years, thank you, sir. No thanks. Are they actually a foot long? 12 inches? Because a lot of guys say that, but I'm just gonna stop you right there, seeing as there are ladies and children present. You want one or not? I'd like to see the lost and found. Oh, sure, what do you lose? A lucky bottle cap. Clown pulls a wooden box out from under the counter and looks inside. Appears you're in luck. This one yours? He puts the box on the counter for a moment and turns your back to his back to the grill, and turns back to his grill for a moment. Shiny bottle cap on a little metal chain. Yep, that's the one. Thanks. No problem, sir. Presumably this belongs to that kid, because you can't imagine there's more than one person who would be so into bottle caps they'd hang it on the keychain. Can I look again? Can I get the rest? I'd like to see the last now. My pocket knife. Nice. Thanks. No problem. Looks like this is going to be useful as a weapon, but you never know when it might come in handy for something. Plus, it was free. I'd like to see the lost and found. My handkerchief. Nice. Thanks. No problem. Thankfully, the previous owner of this does not appear to have gotten any use out of it. Hey, I lost something else though, right? I like to see the lost and found. My bottle of smelling salts. Nice. Yo, kid, I got your bottle cap. I'm a crab walk my way over. Don't worry, it's just how I do. Don't worry, it's not weird. Hey, kid. Nope. Is this the one? That's it, thank you, sir. No problem, kid. You could look a little happier. Hello again, sir. Say, that's a real nice balloon. You want to trade? I'll give you my lucky bottle cap for it. Okay. Great, here you go. Thanks again, sir. Good talk, team. Alright, let's just hobble our way over here and talk to the rest of the clowns. Gary, you know, you just keep doing you, Gary. Alright, cold drinks. Howdy, sir. Care to treat yourself to a nice cold soft drink? You said you're selling them in bottles? That's right. Got the newfangled crown cork bottle caps and all. What kinds do you have? I got root beer, ginger beer, and sarsaparilla. How about salt snozzleberry? Nope. How about cherry? Nope. Grapefruit? Nope. How about grapefruit, though? Yeah, but the grapefruit? Cola? Cream soda. Energy drinks? Grape, though? Blue raspberry? Cream soda, though? Lemon lime? Key lime? Energy drinks? Cola? Strawberry? Energy drinks? Cream soda? Energy drinks?